Hello everybody, Ben here. Today I'm going to do a further explanation of some aspects showed during the live event in December 8th of 2015. I will be doing some pauses to explain little things or give more facts about the specific theme. Also, I hope you can understand everything I say. Enjoy.
Did you know? Initial development of FusionFall began all the way back to around 2003, when Chris Waldron, executive producer of FusionFall, had begun internal talks about developing a large-scale MMO with his team.
So, at the beginning of the video we have Chris Waldron. Who is he? Chris Waldron is the Vice President Digital for Cartoon Network and is responsible for overseeing Cartoon Network's game development studio, game production and overall games strategy for Cartoon Network Digital. Okay, let's continue with this.
It wasn't until 2006 that Cartoon Network made a deal with Korean game company Gregan Entertainment to develop an MMO featuring various Cartoon Network IPs. While initially skeptical about allowing Cartoon Network's game division to tackle something so huge, Toontown, Disney's answer to a similar style MMO, had recently released and had proven to be a hit. Toontown's success was a contributing factor to greenlighting FusionFall's development.
Okay, now we have Toontown Online. Let's talk a bit about it. Toontown Online was massively multiplayer online roleplay game, developed by Disney Interactive and published by the Walt Disney Company. The beta game was released in the United States for PC on August 2001, and officially launched on June 2, 2003. Toontown Online's story is centered on an ongoing battle between a population of cartoon animals known as the Toons and a collection of business-minded robots known as the Cogs, who are trying to take over the town. Players will choose and customize their own Toon and go to complete Toon tasks, play minigames and fight the Cogs. Okay, let's continue.
FusionFall released in 2009, a full 3 years after its initial greenlight. The FusionFall team actually switched game engines near last minute. While a lot of FusionFall was developed using Gamebryo, a game engine most notable for recent Fallout games, research showed that a client-based game was probably not going to succeed. As a result, a deal was made with Unity to port over assets and work to make a browser-based experience. This was the first time Unity had been used to make a large-scale game, and as a result, many features that are now Unity staples were originally created to get FusionFall up and running. The Ben 10 series' representation in the final version of FusionFall was vastly different than the developers originally intended. In early footage and press release images, 10-year-old Ben from the original series can be seen, as opposed to the Alien Force version seen in the final game. This change was likely made as a result of his quick spark in popularity when the series aired. Still, icons and even a few models and voice clips for the original series were present, left unused in the final game. While it remains unknown what powers the unused Young Ben Nanos would have had, Upgrade, Ghost Freak, and Young Ben have a few power animations left over. There is evidence to support Young Ben had a jump power, as indicated by his power use voice clip where he shouts, "Jump power."
Jump power! High jumps rule! Jump!
Interestingly, the voice is provided by Yuri Lowenthal instead of Tara Strong.
Now we have this guy called Yuri Lowenthal, but it seems that he has done more than you think. Let's see. Yuri Lowenthal is an American actor and voice actor known chiefly for his work in television and film animation. Some of his prominent roles in anime and cartoons include Sasuke Uchiha in the Naruto series, the teenage Ben Tennyson in the Ben 10 franchise, Superman in Legend of Super Heroes, Susaku Kurugi in Code Geass, and Simon in Gurren Lagann. Now you see what he does. Let's continue.
Dookie, while giving no missions himself, actually had 2 separate lines recorded for his "Want a mission?" dialogue.
Want a mission? Hey, you might be able to help me out.
This is strange, as nearly every other NPC only had 1 line when giving out a mission. One of Princess Bubblegum's dialogue clips actually features Hendon Walsh, the voice actress for Princess Bubblegum, receiving a note from a voice director and preparing for her line shortly before saying it.
Okay. I have a truly heroic task for you.
Now, there's not much to talk about here, but let's see. Yuki and Johnny Test were added to FusionFall Universe after some months of the release of the New Beginning update in 2011. The Johnny Nano was added with two other Nanos at the same time with Jake the Dog from Adventure Time and Flapjack. Now, talking about Hendon Walsh, she is best known for voicing Princess Bubblegum in Adventure Time, Starfire in Teen Titans, Penny Sanchez on the Nickelodeon show Chalk Zone, Elsie on the Disney Channel show Stanley, Ace in Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, and Harley Quinn in The Batman. Let's continue.
Many of the characters added late in FusionFall's life feature several takes of certain voice lines. It is unknown why the developers included these in the game.
Is that you, Gunter? Oh, it's you. Is that you, Gunter? Oh, it's you.
FusionFall Heroes didn't start out under the FusionFall name. The game was originally conceived as a quick, year-long project with no specific theme. While under development, several ideas were pitched, including turning it into an Adventure Time game, which later spawned Adventure Time Battle Party. FusionFall was chosen as the skin of the game simply because FusionFall was one of Cartoon Network's more popular brands at the time. Many fans of the original FusionFall title were upset by the release of FusionFall Heroes. According to Brad Merritt, producer of FusionFall Heroes, a lot of people were mad it wasn't FusionFall 2, but we sort of anticipated that. It's like a team-based beat-em-up, a more conservative offering. FusionFall Heroes was never intended to replace the original game, and was entirely made as a separate entity before being skinned with FusionFall locations and characters.
Now, FusionFall Heroes, the polemical game. Let's talk about this one. FusionFall Heroes is a free-to-play game hosted by CartoonNetwork.com that is a spin-off of the original game. Upon entering the game, players may choose to fight either alone or in a group. The part options offers a more beneficial gameplay experience than solo selection. At the end of a party match, all 4 players' scores will be rated individually, based on 5 categories such as how many coins they earned or how many enemies they defeated. Not a bad game at all. Let's continue.
There are plenty more FusionFall facts we'd love to share. If you like this video, let us know in the forums. See y'all next time!
Hello everyone, I'm Funsky, one of the programmers here at FusionFall Legacy. I'm here to show off some brand new combat footage. Combat isn't complete yet, so please excuse any missing sounds or effects. For the most part, combat is the same as it was in the original game. We've got a few tricks up our sleeves to make things interesting and new, but we'll be showing those off at a later date. If you didn't notice already, there is now a separate version of each song for when the player is in combat. This helps to make combat feel more intense. If you happen to prefer the original style of music, you can change that in the settings. As you can see, you can equip up to 2 weapons at a time, just like in the original game. You can switch between weapons with the tab key. Melee weapons, like the lightning sword, require you to get close up and personal with the baddie you're fighting, but they can hit multiple targets. Don't let the enemies take you off guard. When enemies die, they turn back into fusion matter, which you automatically collect. When you get enough of it, you will be given a nano mission. You can also earn fusion matter by doing missions and other activities throughout the game. That's all the time we have for right now, but we hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek at combat.
Now here starts some content that everybody wants to see. First of all, I wanna point that the pages of the nanos and the little dex labs icon are missing in the inventory screen. Just little details, but this is still a work in progress, of course. Next is the faster combat system. I don't know if this is intentional or it's a little mistake from the developers, but I'm okay with it. It's cool. In the video we can see Funsky and the fusions fighting faster than it normally was. Check a video and you will see what I'm talking about. Next is the combat music. As a personal opinion, I like the music, but remember you can deactivate it whenever you want. Next thing, please.
Up next is, well, it's something anyway.
That does not sound good.
You know what? I will just skip this, because it's too weird.
Hey everyone, I'm Dogon, Creative Director of FusionFall Legacy. I thought I would show off a bit of the redesigned K&D training area Infected Zone. You'll notice that while we kept a lot of the aesthetics the same, we've changed up the layout a bit. We decided to make the area feel more dangerous, with pits of fusion matter engulfing parts of the Infected Zone. As you can see, the unfinished house in the original is still intact, but instead of traveling above it on platforms, you now walk through it. This is the first Infected Zone you'll go through, so you'll be able to clear the jumps here pretty easily. This area is where things get interesting. Some of the more skilled players will be able to take shortcuts and find alternate paths through this central area. For players with less experience, we've laid out an easier route to take. After crossing this pit, you'll find Fusion number 2's lair to the right. We're not quite done setting up his warp yet, hence the lack of tentacles coming out of the portal. You then make your way across this gap and congrats! You've survived a full run-through of the K&D training area Infected Zone. There's plenty of secrets to find. I hope you'll enjoy exploring the world we spent so much time recreating. Catch you later!
Okay, now we have the little preview of the K&D training Infected Zone. As we can see, this has a lot of modifications to make it better. Seems great. Now, a little thing that I didn't like, but it's not that horrible. It's the jumping and landing sound. I know that every time you jump and land is a sound, but it's too much repetitive. In the original game, that sound was occasionally made by the avatar. Hope there is a player sound volume. Now, the next thing, that Terra Fuser is huge, and I love that. Always wanted to see one. Now tentacles are still in progress, don't worry. I love this new area, hope to be there soon. Let's continue.
Hello and welcome to FusionFall Legacy Neat Feats! I'm your host, Wilt Tilt, coming to you live from Sector 5. This is the segment where we point out small little details that really resonate with us. First off, look to the trees. No, your eyes are not playing tricks on you, those leaves are blowing around in the wind. We made sure not to leave this little detail out. A first for FusionFall. And look on the ground. Are those shadows moving? Lights, camera, action! Real-time lighting! Check out these shadows, made possible by recent Unity developments. Fascinating! Say, what's this? Wavo? I don't think so! That Terrafuser is on the move! This alien apparatus pumps fusion matter into the ground. Best to steer clear of these devilish devices. They'll squeeze out those tricky no-good fusion spawns, so prepare for a scuffle! Safety first! It looks like the Legacy team has installed crosswalks all over the neighborhood. While those crafty kids next door are hard at work protecting the neighborhood from those creepy creeps, it's nice to know they'll be safe when crossing the street. Now that's the bee's knees! This has been Wilt Tilt, live from Sector 5 with Neat Feats. Thanks for tuning in! Coming up next, a special announcement from hot off the presses!
Well, the end is almost near. Let's see this old movie style. So first of all, Wilt did show us that they are working in every little aspect in the game to make it look like the original game. This makes it so awesome and will feel like FusionFall. Next we have shadows. Also they are all moving. New feature in the game. More shadows. But did I hear real-time lighting? Will this mean that the game is going to have a time? A real time? No idea. But hope to see it implemented. Animated Terrafuser, another implemented feature. Safety first, simple and cool. New feature. Let's continue. And last but not least, some new characters. Rolf, it seems completely confirmed as a new character, with his model already finished. Also we have Eustace Bash. We can see his silhouette, but not anything else, just a shadow. Well, that's all for this video everybody, hope you all enjoyed this one. Hope to see you all next time. If you found anything else, please comment it right here in the video and discuss it with the rest of the community. Please don't forget to subscribe and give it a like. Thank you so much for watching, goodbye.